Hello everybody, this is a video response for Jason, Mr. Fisherbike, who wanted to know if I have this right, and it's very possible I don't, but I'm going to give it a shot here. 1 is sort of our YouTube habits and what we watch. 2 is our collection journey and kind of explaining that. I have some friends joining me today, Polar Bear Pete, and our good friend who's always reminding us to stay even keel. Chill out, the Sloth Bear. First, my YouTube habits, which I would say are almost impossible for me to really define because they are all over the place and inconsistent. And there's some stuff going on in the other room that you might hear. I have a lot of time on public transportation going to work during the week, and I tend to watch YouTube during those trips, and I watch many things, channels of my closest friends when I can in the community. I watch channels, just subjects of interest. I think I miss an awful lot, and I'm always kind of regretting missing people. And I also go down rabbit holes that are not baseball card related or are more educational baseball related. So sometimes I take a break from baseball card videos without taking a break from YouTube. And then I also listen to a lot of podcasts. Like a lot of you, I feel like I can never see as much as I'd like to. And I can never support people as much as I'd like to. I always fall short, and it's hard not to. In regards to cards, I started off collecting in the 80s, and I'll use this card because it was handy to represent my initiation into baseball cards, 1987. This is an 89, so this is not quite cutting it, but this is what I had around. And I was lucky enough to trade up some vintage while I was a kid. I've spoken about that a bit. I love this card. These guys got the cool Tom Seaver. And then I got back into cards in 2018 because of Ohtani. I don't have Ohtani, but I have some modern cards to just kind of illustrate that part of the journey. And Big Sexy. Then I started going into vintage, and my initial focus in vintage was former Negro League players and learning about them. Former Negro League players that had spent time in MLB. Dan Bankhead, first ever former Negro League pitcher in the MLB. Then, of course, we have Sam Jethro's rookie here. Don Newcomb. Minnie Minoso. Campy. Luke Easter. And if Dylan from Double D happens to see this, I gave him this card. But there are more, so I got another. And then I get this card to remind myself that there's a Diamond Stars card out there of this same gentleman that I need to get one day. Monte Irvin. And Larry Doby. Larry Doby. Can I hold this? Am I holding this in an acceptable way? Larry Doby. Jesse Owens, and some pre-war Jesse Owens, but this is not. This is a Burke Ross. Cool card. And I'd say more recently, I'm sort of bringing everything together, but with a new focus on pre-war. I'll show a couple of examples that I haven't shown before. British card that mentions George Sisler in the back. I was wondering if it was George Sisler. It seems to show a right-handed batter, and I looked up George Sisler, and he's lefty. But it mentions him in the back. And I love these sort of like baseball cards from around the world. I love them. This card, which I was really psyched about because of how amazing it looks as a 1. It is a 1 of Chief Bender, who was a Native American player. So the back is, you know, not in great shape, but you know what? You can still read it. And the front is really like crystal clear here. I don't know if it's coming across, but if his face looks out of focus, it's the camera, not the card. Also, keeping going with, you know, more standard vintage. Curt Flood, rookie. Cool story in this guy. Sad, cool story, but significant guy in baseball. And then another significant guy in baseball that you guys might have heard of is Jackie Robinson. And this is one of those great eye appeal 1.5s. And in my jumping all over the place, I also, you know, have had some child abuse cards that I featured and, you know, talked about a bit. You might have seen them. Having seen a Cuban card of Tris Speaker that I love but haven't gotten yet, it got me into looking into 1915 Susini cards from Cuba. And they have a country series, and they have all these cool pictures. This one is Mexico. The other one was Japan. But it's just like, these are so cool to me. So these are from 1915. Anyway, I had texted Jason to let him know that, or to apologize that because of my poor time management, I hadn't made a video, and I didn't think I would. But it is now quite late. And that's why I'm in this room where the kids usually are. And making this video just at the very last second so that I can participate in Jason's video because he's a friend, and I love the idea, and I want to support him. And I also wanted to make a video because it was a really cool idea. So thanks everyone for watching, and thank you, Jason, for your friendship and for, you know, putting out this VR challenge. I think it was really cool. I've been watching other people's, and it's you know, it was an interesting one. So thank you, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.